Do you remember their face? Do you remember their voice? Do you remember how they would dress? The way that they would look at you? It's hard because as time goes on, you will forget. If you don't have any way to remember them by, you will forget. And eventually it becomes a hazy memory of what they looked like. As for me, it becomes more of the voice. I no longer remember what they sound like. Like I can't envision it in my head anymore. But I can't forget that face. I can't forget those eyes. I will always remember that, but I can't remember their voice. And as time goes on, I will forget more about them, about what they liked, about who they were. And it's not to say I won't remember the key traits of how they were. I will still remember that, but I'll forget those little quirks, those little things that were once so important to me. And that's not to say you didn't love that person. It's not to say you didn't care about that person. It's just time has passed. Enough time has passed that you have not been in contact with this person. Enough time has passed that have no longer been around this person. That your brain or your life have to take a different turn, have to take a different path. You will meet new people. You will see new faces. You will hear new voices. But you won't hear that same voice from that person that was once part of your life, whether that was a friend, a lover, a sibling, a parent, because they are no longer here. They're no longer around you. Now you can disagree with me by saying, well, I can have pictures, I can have videos. And yes, that is true. You can keep them around by that, but you will never hear their actual voice. There's a difference between hearing the voice through a screen, hearing the voice through just your phone, than actually hearing them in person. Because here's the thing, over time you keep playing that same video over and over again, and you just know what they're going to sound like. But if you were there in person talking to them, it is very different. It is very, very different. And you forget their face because what little things they might have had. They might have had a birthmark, just like I do. Or they might have had eye bags under their eyes that you just can't remember. They might have little quirks, like right here on my ear. I have something. But you will forget those things. I have forgotten them. And as I try to think back now to this person that was once part of my day to day life, I can't remember much now. I can't envision their voice. I can't envision their face. It's like it's blurry. I can kind of make it out, but I can't see it clearly. How tall were they? I can envision like a range, but I can't see it. As time goes on and you don't have connection to that person anymore, you don't have any pictures of that person anymore, and all you can base them off is a memory, that memory will become hazy. That memory will become foggy. And it's sad, it's scary. But those deep memories that you've had with them, the good times and the bad times that you've had with them, those will always stick. It's hard because even I'm trying to remember the memories, and I can envision, I can retell like what happened, but in my mind right now, their face is blurry. I can tell what they were wearing that day. I can tell you how they were acting. I can tell you what happened, but I can't tell you what they looked like. I can't tell you what they sounded like anymore because I don't hear that voice anymore. I don't see that face anymore. And it's different. You can see a picture of them, and yeah, you can say like that's the person, because you know it from anywhere. But it's a standstill photo. I was thinking about that on a drive today while I was driving. It was just like I can still hear little things that they have said, but I can't hear a full sentence anymore. I can retell what they've told me, but I can't hear it from them anymore because it's not in my head anymore. I can't hear their voice. It's not in my head anymore. And in a way, I think it correlates to you moving on. As time goes on, you will move on from a person, but you will forget as well. You will forget certain things. And for me, I've forgotten their face. I've forgotten their voice. I've forgotten their hair, their height. But I can never, And I can say this without a doubt, I could never forget their eyes. I guess if there was something that you specifically pointed out about them, you wouldn't forget it. But everything else becomes foggy. But their memory always lives. It lives in you. Do you remember what they looked like? Do you remember what they sounded like? Or has enough time passed that it's starting to become foggy for you as well? Do you remember their height? Do you remember what they always enjoyed to do? Their favorite meals? Do you remember their eyes or their hair color? The length of their hair? Whether that's a friend, a lover, a sibling, or a parent, do you still remember? Or has enough time passed that you look back at it or you try to think about it right now and it becomes foggy? Maybe I'm the only one on this. My memory of them has become foggy, but the memories of what we've been through together, those are as clear as day.